Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today is very exciting because today is going to be the first video in a series I'm starting all about wigs. I've gotten like 1,000 questions over the years about my wigs, so I figured I would make some videos about them. Leave all your wig related questions in the comments and I will make a video with everything you've ever wanted to know about wigs. This video is going to be all about how I prep my human hair wigs. From this to this. This video is going to be human hair wig specific. I do have a synthetic one that needs prepped as well, so I'll probably make a shorter video on that as well. But for today, this is going to be about human hair wigs. This wig is from Amazon. I will link it in the description as well as everything I'm using today. I believe this is a 22-inch 613 human hair wig. I always get 613 wigs, which if you don't know is like the lightest blonde that you can get for a wig. So let's get right into it. The first thing you might notice about your human hair wig when you get it home is, hey, that smells pretty bad. So the first step in this process is to give it a good wash. Since this is a human hair wig, you're gonna want to treat it like your own hair. I'm going to be washing it with this shampoo today. As you can see, I have it in this bin here in my sink, and I do this just so it doesn't have to be like touching the sink. First thing you're gonna want to do is, of course, get it wet. Pretty self-explanatory here. I just shampoo it. I like to be very gentle though and treat my wigs with kindness just because they are pretty expensive, and if you take care of them right, they can last a really long time, so I like to just be careful with them. As you can see, I leave the lace on during this step. In fact, cutting the lace is one of the last things I do. It's nice to just be able to hold it while I'm doing these steps. In these next few steps, if you're worried at all about the lace, don't be, because it will not be affected. Now that we have shampooed it thoroughly, you're just going to want to rinse, obviously. But it's not that important that you rinse it all the way because of the next steps. Just rinse it, but you don't have to be super thorough with it. So the next step for Miss Wig is to tone her. You might have noticed she is extremely brassy, and if that's what you're going for, you don't have to do this step, of course, but I like mine to be as toned as possible. So to do that, you're going to want to have your tub, or just any big bowl works for this, of course. You could even do it in your sink if you want. You're just going to want to fill it up enough to submerge your wig. And for the actual toning bit, we're going to be using purple shampoo. You're just going to want to put some of this into there. I don't really know how much, to be honest. I just measure with my heart. Basically, as long as you have some purple water going on at the end, you're going to be good. Probably good. Like I said, it's not really an exact science. So now that we have our big purple goop, you're just going to want to break all that up with your hands. It's important to break up these chunks so that you get an even coverage. That's also why, even if you don't wash your wigs before you do this, you should at least get them wet so that you can get the most even coverage possible. Like, look how beautiful this is. I love it. No more chunks. Now you're just going to want to submerge it. So I like to just get it all in there and make sure that it's all wet and evenly coated, and then we're going to leave it. I like to leave it like this. This is like the wig cap bit so that all the hair is submerged. I'm just going to leave it for, again, it's not really an exact science, so I will leave it for like 10 to 20 minutes. It has been 20 minutes. Now you're going to want to rinse it and, of course, do a better job. You're going to want to take your time with this and make sure you get all the shampoo out. Can you tell how much more purple it is? These ends here, I don't know if you can really see, they're like white. So, after shampoo, of course, comes conditioner. Kind of boring, but I like to saturate the whole thing with conditioner and leave it for a few minutes and then rinse thoroughly again. Now that it's all washed, it's time to dry it. I like to towel dry it off as much as I can, and then I'm gonna blow dry it. Like I said, I try to take really good care of my wigs, so oftentimes I will not even blow dry it. I will just leave it naturally to dry overnight, and then I'll style it the next day. But for the sake of this video, I will blow dry it for you. So for blow drying, I have my wig on this wig stand. This thing is super handy and super nice. So if you are an avid wig wearer, I definitely recommend getting this. But if you don't have this, you can just hold it and blow dry it. Or it might be a little bit uncomfortable, but you could also just put it on your head and blow dry it. Before I do that though, I like to add a leave-in treatment / styling cream, something like that. To be honest, it's different every time. I just use what I have. And then I will gently comb it all out. I'll blow dry it, and I like to use a round brush. You'll notice that this wig has some texture. I've noticed that basically every human hair wig that I've ever gotten has like wavy or curly hair. So that's sometimes also why I like to let it air dry, because it dries like with this really beautiful texture that I really like. But for this wig, I know I want it to be straight, so now we just blow dry. I'm not gonna film it because it is quite boring and self-explanatory. Alright, now that she is all blow dried and beautiful, it's time to tackle the lace. Cutting the lace used to really stress me out. I used to be really scared of just like going too short or making it too jagged, or it used to just really stress me out because of course you only get one chance to do it. But after cutting the lace on about, I don't know, 30 wigs, it's not as hard and it's not as stressful as I used to make it out to be. I will say though that my method for cutting lace is a bit untraditional. You're gonna need some scissors. These are hair cutting shears, but you can just use regular scissors. It doesn't really matter. So the way that I like to do it is I like to cut the lace while it's still on the head. A lot of people, I'd say like most people, cut it while it's on their head, but I don't like to do that. I find that makes it way harder for me because I can't actually see it. I have to look in the mirror. I like it to be right in front of my face. Start with just pinning the hair back, of course, on the side. The lace will usually go all the way back here to like the ear section. So that is where I will start. You're just gonna wanna make sure that there's no hairs in the way that you're accidentally cutting. And what I like to do is just leave, I'd say maybe like a centimeter or maybe even half a centimeter. I've come to realize it doesn't matter if it's a little bit jagged. That honestly can sometimes make it look more natural if you go in like a wave pattern. So it will be okay if you do it a little bit jagged. There's nothing to it but to do it. So I just go right in. If you are really nervous about it, if it's your first time or something, you can always take off more and then like slowly work your way up. I still do that sometimes. Just like that. And bam, lace is cut. And it wasn't that bad, was it? Of course, if this is the style that you want, you can stop here and this is your completed wig. But I want this wig to have bangs and some layers, so I'm gonna show you how I do that. When cutting bangs, the first thing you're gonna wanna do is put your wig on to determine how much bang you're gonna actually wanna cut. A good rule of thumb when cutting bangs is to start at the end of your like eyes. So I'm just gonna go from like kind of here. I'm not a professional hairdresser by any means, but I have been doing this for quite some time, so I kind of know what I like when it comes to my bangs. About this much, maybe a bit more. I'm going to do something today that I don't usually do. I'm just gonna try to cut them while it's on my head, or at least the first cut. So of course with bangs, you're always gonna wanna start a little bit longer and you can always make them shorter. I'm just gonna go right about here. And just go for it. Okay, so I know this looks crazy, but I've taken out a little chunk of where I want the bangs to be, and I'm gonna transfer it back to the mannequin head and cut them. So one thing about wig bangs is they actually are quite forgiving. So for example, if they're a little bit too long, all you have to do is put it back a little bit. If they're a little bit too short, you can just bring it forward. And also, I like to keep mine a little bit longer because I like to curl them under when I style them, and that will lose a little bit of their length. I'm not used to seeing myself like this. So now I'm just gonna do like a few face framing layers. I like to just take this little section right by the bangs. I kind of just go like that. I really just wing these wig haircuts, to be honest, but they always turn out really good, so. I kind of just use it like I would a razor. After that, I'm gonna thin it out a whole bunch because I don't know if you can tell, but I have a really small head, so a lot of the times with these wigs, I think it just looks ridiculous. Like, it just looks like way too much hair for the size of my head. I don't know if it's just me, but yeah, so especially like right here, it's feeling very bulky. So yeah, to do that, I just take thinning shears, and again, I just hack at it. Definitely watch an actual haircutting tutorial because I don't really know what I'm doing. This is just like way too much. So I'm going to thin this out a whole bunch. I'm finding it really difficult to film while I do that, but I might try. Here's how she's looking. I don't know if you can really tell a difference, but it feels a lot better. It's kind of hard to see, but here is the damage that was done. I'm going to go put her on and I will show you the final reveal. Alright guys, here she is. I am kind of obsessed with it. I'm just not used to seeing myself with blonde bangs, so it's kind of funny. So I went ahead and just curled my bangs under, and I think after assessing it again, I will give them a bit of a trim. But not today. But yeah, here's how it came out. I really like it. I think I did a really good job with the layers, even though I don't really know what I'm doing. But yeah, I like to give it a lot of layers, not only to thin it out, but also because I like to like do some volume sometimes, like this. Like, look at these cute little layers. I love it. I guess I'll do a 360 here. So thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope someone found it helpful. I know I could have used a video like this when I first started getting human hair wigs. Be sure to like this video and subscribe if you want to see more. Like I said, comment any wig related questions or anything down below and I will make a video with them. I actually love this so much. So thank you for coming on this journey with me and I will see you in the next one. Bye guys! Looking at myself in the mirror and I'm realizing this is very much giving Sabrina Carpenter. Anyway, okay, bye.